Today we're talking about the most slept on media subscription that I've ever used. It cost me €10 a year and it's genuinely something that I think everybody should check out. Usually I loathe signing up for subscriptions, cautiously waiting to be screwed over somehow. But this one is different. You have definitely heard of this subscription before, so let's play a game to see if you can guess what it is. So this subscription lets me listen to thousands of audiobooks from an app on my phone. I can watch a bunch of TV series and movies, including foreign films and a bunch of really obscure documentaries. I can listen to music. I can play Xbox games, PlayStation 5 games, Wii games if I had a Wii. I can also play physical board games as well as D&D. I can also rent out physical books, comic books, manga, textbooks. I can also attend workshops, writing classes, language classes, movie nights. Also, you can practice piano or have a music room to rent on top of that, which I think is really cool. As soon as I said physical books, I'm sure you guys guessed it. That's right, it's the library. Yay! 1,000 IQ points. So smart, so smart. Okay, so why do I like the library so much, apart from all of the features that I just said for the low price of €10 a year? So one, yeah, the price is ridiculous. Two, once you are a member of the library, you are an equal member of the library with everybody else. So there is no like, oh, you can look at this, but for that, you need to pay extra. No, it's not about the money. It's just about delivering a good service. So whatever you can see, you have access to. 3, German 3. It's really nice to not have an algorithm try to push me towards something. I just happen to not like things that most people like. So when it recommends me, this is new and trending, it's like, I don't like that. I don't want to know about your new trash. I don't want to hear about your up and coming trash. Just let me search, like wander through your library. You know, what if I just want to browse without an algorithm? You know, it's just like, you can look at like 50 DVDs at once at a glance when they're all like stacked on a shelf. And I just like to just see the titles, see the cover art. I want to feel in control of my choices, not that I'm being manipulated towards something that I don't really care about. And right now I'm having a moment where I'm just going through older movies, like from the 80s and the 70s. And I find it really fun. And that stuff is never going to be recommended to me. So, you know, just let me be me, you know. The fourth point I call the curiosity spectrum, and it takes a little bit of explaining. So imagine like there's a bar, right? And on the bar, there's 3 segments. On one end is stuff that you have no interest in. In the middle, there's stuff that you're curious about, but wouldn't spend money on because you're not sure about. And then on the other end is the stuff that you're so sure about that you like, that you want to spend money on. So most of the time, we only ever experience the stuff that we are so sure about we'd spend money on, or that it's given to us for free. But there's all the stuff in the middle segment of like stuff we're curious about, but we don't want to spend money for. And normally that's just kind of lost on us. What I like about the library is that segment I can actually like reach, not just with streaming services like for movies and stuff. Okay, you can kind of scratch that itch a bit there. But for me, with audiobooks and manga/graphic novels, normally they cost quite a bit to listen to or to read. So, you know, unless I'm really sure about it, I don't want to spend money on it. And there's a lot of audiobooks that I've listened to since I joined the library that I never would have paid for, was mildly curious about, and actually really liked. One was Creativity Inc., talking about Pixar, that I never would have paid money for, but was actually a decent listen. And another one was just called Finish. I've never heard of the author, never heard of the book before, but I was having anxiety about starting projects, not being able to finish them. And the book was just talking about perfectionism. And I was like, oh my God, this hit me at the right time. I used to have Audible, so it was like 1 audiobook a month. Now with my library app, I can take 5 audiobooks at once that I'm mildly curious about, listen to them for about 10 minutes each, and then give ones back where it's like, actually, that's not what I thought, blah, blah, blah. And then if I only find 1 interesting thing out of 5, it doesn't matter because it's not costing me extra money or anything. And in the curiosity spectrum, the library is perfect for this. Sometimes there's stuff that you're super sure that you love, then go and buy it, no problem. But I feel like, you know, even if you have Audible, having the library as well to satisfy the curiosity section, without having to pay money to own something, I think is really good. So I love my local library now. I didn't always love libraries. So I grew up in a small town in Ireland where the library kind of smelled and the books felt dusty to touch. So I didn't really like it, and I never really valued going to the library very much. But as soon as I moved out of that town, they built a whole new building for the library, and now it's really cool there. So I moved from my hometown to Dublin, and in Dublin, the libraries are really hit and miss. Sometimes they're really nice, cool spaces, third spaces. Sometimes, again, it was just like a bit run down or something. But then I moved over to Berlin, and I realized Germany takes their libraries really seriously. I've never seen a library in Ireland that offered this many facilities as the library in Berlin here does. I lived here for 3 years before I realized, hey, library is something that you should check out, because I already had an idea in my head of what a library was. So once I realized how cool the library was, it really did change my life. It's nice to have an indoor third space where you don't feel pressured to spend money. And I feel like supporting those spaces by joining or whatever, it's a good thing to do. So that's it. My favorite subscription is the library. I get loads of media for the low price of €10 a year, which is crazy. Normally, I really hate subscription services because I've been screwed over so many times. I feel like a lot of subscription services overpromise and underdeliver, or just get shitter and shitter with time. But I feel like the library underpromises and overdelivers and is consistent. Honestly, one of the nice parts of my week is going to the library to drop back the DVDs that I rented and to just wander and pick out some new ones. It kind of feels like Blockbuster did back in the day when you're renting VHS tapes, except better because it's free, essentially. So I'm walking out with a stack of DVDs. So yeah, that's it for this video. Feel free to leave a comment below to just share what you think about your library, or if you're a library person. I know a lot of the library people, if you get them talking about it, you're just like, oh my God, library's amazing. But like, when are people ever talking about libraries? Never. But yeah, if you're not signed up to your local library, maybe check it out and see what services they offer. Could be really good. That's the end of this video. Have a good day. Bye bye.